Hello and welcome to another episode of Malt Magic and More, where it turns out the Isle of Dead is not an ironic nickname and it's fucking horrendous. It's the After the Show show! Holy shitballs.
Wow.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Do you know how I
So I reckon I probably should have called it Isle of the Undead, not Isle of the Dead.
We got the idea.
It was, it's still fucking mental, isn't it? I honestly thought the episode was going to end when we did the swap. I stole the key and I thought, that's all right, I can just try and talk my way out of it and escape eventually. Like I was going to reduce the bars using enlarge reduce spelling or sneak out or something, go invisible the next day when I wake up. And then
I was already I was already like, we'll get back to the ship, we'll recoup. You've still got a stone on you, so we'll have a chat when you get
back to that secret,
right. We'll sort of plan out. We will actually go back to Mission Impossible, whereas you're kind of healthy and they want to keep you alive. So hopefully they're not keeping you therefore in a dungeon, more in a nicer place. We'll proper rope ourselves down, grab you, get back out. Kirik did that, and I went, fuck it, run.
Halfway through that whole scene, I was like, okay, we can't fight them here because God knows what they have. But then I saw obviously they brought Vraco out, and I was like, oh, hang on, I could grab him and then just vamp my way out. But then there were all kinds of questions of yeah, sure, but then how do I carry him, stuff like that. So initially I was thinking, okay, so we're just going to be oh yeah, we accept your job, we'll go out, and then I would try to find a way of of being sure, let me just check on Vraco and then vamp out. But then when you said oh, swap me, I was like, okay, yeah, sure, let's go with that.
It's almost
He did seem far too comfortable with the fact
I was just going to say
about to sacrifice himself.
Yeah, it was Kirik's far too happy with it. I was like, okay, we all have a plan that's going on here. Let's give it a whirl.
What would have happened if he had turned me into a vampire?
Nothing good.
Because, Kirik would have killed me because I wouldn't have been his friend anymore.
Yeah.
Those summer holidays wouldn't be much fun for you, Ander, either.
No, would I still be a playable character, or would I just become a monster?
Well, I'm a playable monster.
We've seen what Ender's when he's...
Yours is different.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen what Ender's like when he has a thirst for blood, so let's not try that again.
He was really shitty at killing people, if I remember.
Yeah, you'd be like, I'm a vampire, blah, blah, blah.
I did think to myself, I was like, if I became a vampire, thinking Dagon's really cool, but then I was like, actually, that probably wouldn't work, because then I would just be a vampire all the time, which would come with its weaknesses, and I would just be a monster, so I don't know if I'd be able to be a playable character anymore.
You wouldn't necessarily go straight to being a vampire either.
No.
There was also a moment when you described it, Matt, when you said oh, they've got fangs, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because I was
we should have known when he was dressed in leather.
I know. When I was choosing my 5th level spell, I almost chose Dawn, which is sunlight. Yeah. I was like, oh, that would have been so good.
I was half expecting there to be a daylight spell or something.
I was looking for everything with daylight and stuff like that, and also
they're pretty rare.
Yeah,
I think it's only those 2, really.
But also then I was like, oh shit, they followed us outside, and then went, oh yeah, fuck, it's cloudy.
And
that's why they can't leave, the island, or don't choose to. What is really annoying is the fact that we never got to ask questions of what is that. Well, I know we've now heard that is some sort of portal into a different dimension. But why is it there? Where does it actually go? What are these other ones that we're going to, and it's like, where now is this? I mean, because also we still don't know how Vraco got there. So they've got help. It's not like...
And they know of the Eladrin.
And they kind of like him, to be honest.
That's
what you get out of it. They kind of like him.
Yeah.
They went to them first.
When I tried the whole "this is my house, get out" thing, you're not invited, I pulled the king card. Part of the prophecy, or part of the legend behind it is it's mine if I choose to take it, right? So that's the first time I've actually embraced it and said it with feeling and meaning.
Which was why you had to make that roll. And that's why
I think I had the flash of King Girth.
Yeah.
I had a flash of Girth.
King Girth and his massive chode.
It's late.
Flash of Girth.
Because that's the first time I've actually embraced it without actually taking the piss.
Yeah.
I think.
Although.
Yeah. They were uncomfortable with it.
It nearly worked.
It nearly fucking worked.
We actually just need to invite them to River's End, because I actually have the deeds to that, so I technically do own that. So I could get him to come in and then tell them they're not welcome. But that's a bit of a long-winded way just to make that work.
Yeah.
Also, what would happen if we had failed those con saves at the beginning that we became immune to for 24 hours?
So that monster, which I don't
feels
mind
like 3 days
telling
ago
you
now,
now, was known as a necrophage ghast, and has a particular stench which, if you'd have succumbed to it, you would have had disadvantage on any saving throws or checks against the spells it was casting.
Christ.
Okay,
do you know there was something else that I didn't want to say during it, but when I was part werebear and they've got in hybrid form, got advantage on perception, I was like, should I technically have disadvantage on this because if it's coming from the smell? Because I'm extra, but I didn't see anything that would see that.
I did toy with giving you disadvantage on that, but I just didn't see the point.
Like a sensory overload or something.
Yeah, I was just like, I did think about it though.
Dog confused by its own fart.
Yeah. Where's that smell?
I did really like how you're pulling the king card, how the way that backfired. I thought that was really interesting. I think Matt, you played that really well of being like, oh, interesting. Yeah. You're the one. Nice.
No, he has
that was
been
very
revealed.
good.
And
I really enjoyed that.
Shit, I shouldn't have done that.
No, I thought that was good, and then it was like, oh no, we'll go and just don't do your normal thing. It's fine.
Because what made the Eladrin might have been grooming me all of these years because he suspected I was part of the prophecy, and I've probably more or less just confirmed it to him.
Yeah. That was that's interesting. We may have killed a young green dragon and got his and killed his brother afterwards. We've had a white undead dragon, which we also never got to ask whether that was on my mind. Was that anything to do with them? And then not that we've got really revenge on that one, because actually it sounds like I could almost walk in open arms and see if they would accept me in or whatever. But
nicely done, Pebble.
But straight on the chair.
Yeah, just fine, it's fine. But yeah, this is probably the first enemy we've actually made.
She's a tabaxi rogue for sure.
Yeah, full on.
Absolutely.
Not very good on stealth though. Her stealth is like -2 at the moment.
This is the first enemy we run away from, really.
Yeah.
Discounting the Eladrin, this is the first enemy we've
Discounted
actually
the
made.
Eladrin, yeah.
We could have actually made an ally, but
that was never going to happen.
never going to happen.
With Kirik on the
Not
party,
the fucking
that was
cleric
never
in the
gonna
room.
happen.
So yeah, but I was also reading through. This is an interesting thing, and I know that obviously a lot of people don't, just think of it as pointless, nothing that they want to do. But I was looking at the alignment that I am changing the alignment of Dargon, or more precisely, something else has, and I was reading up on it, going, what does that actually like? How does that actually, change? What answers it would be? Just not just being sort of the essential sort of what would it be? A pseudo barbarian of just going in and want to smash stuff. And it's like it was just very interesting to actually go. It would be basically for the greater good of stuff. So however, it was also must not lie to anyone. Apart from evil people. I was like, I'm good in this room then. I can lie my ass off.
Actually, thinking about alignment, I'm chaotic neutral. I probably am leaning more towards chaotic good now. No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
It's about that moment where you turn around and said, what if we gave you a unlimited supply of blood? There is nothing good about that statement.
I don't know where I was going to get this
Literally,
blood from.
fuck all good about that statement.
I'd have had a good go.
Yeah,
that's true.
Just round up the peasants.
Well, I was going to tell him green flowers full of people. I've had it.
Again, that was the other question I wanted to ask. Were they responsible? Are they responsible? Did they know anything about it? It was, once we got there and realised that there was a clan, a group, a court, it was right. Well, do they know about the other undead stuff going on?
I've got so many questions for the guild when we get back about the Derrickal, about the Court of Shadows, about Captain Oreo and his giant dodger.
Okay, yeah, we have, but we've probably got more answers to them than we have questions for them. And we also have to sort of go in, cap in hand, my bad, made an enemy, really bad.
But also we have
already our enemy.
But
we have someone that's been there now. We have Vraco back.
We have Vraco back.
Yeah.
We have oh fuck. We never looked for whether what's her name's husband was in the room.
Whose husband?
Oh, the
never came back doesn't mean he's not dead or undead, and wasn't in the room.
Distiller?
Oh, not the distiller, the blender's husband.
Yeah,
Blender's husband. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
I was actually when I was there thinking that was interesting, and I never thought to actually look around to see, But I wouldn't know. I mean, I wouldn't know. So
I have to ask the blender if he's a handsome, effeminate man with long blonde hair.
Yeah, and what her eyes do white.
It looks like he's in an 80s hair rock band.
So,
was your husband in a Motley Crue tribute band?
I mean, the blender was not to say that people can't have relationships with different heritages, but the blender is a tiefling.
Fuck.
Because her daughter is a tiefling with blonde hair. What colour skin has she got? Human coloured skin.
So does the tiefling that we saw.
He was orange skin, wasn't he? He was orange skin,
dark,
wasn't he?
Yeah, orange, like orangish skin, yeah. Probably him.
Fuck!
Yep.
Okay.
That's a really good point.
Well, that happened.
That's going to be a tough conversation when we get back.
Yeah. Good news, not dead. Bad news. Well, Kirik, do you want to take this over?
We'll be dead by the next time we meet.
As you're sitting there, just sharpening a steak, like.
Can you save people from the vampire curse?
Ooh.
It's not a curse like.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Neither Kirik nor Simone know. Like, no idea if you can
Unless
come back from that.
You'd have to get the resurrection spell, wouldn't we?
Kirik's version
wish.
of curing them is killing them, then going to their coffin and stabbing them in the heart with a wooden stake, and then going, yeah, it's done now, it's good, they're all good now.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
It's probably only that sounds like something only like heal or wish can do.
Probably wish.
I'm
And that's
definitely
like-
not going to.
Heal's just 70 points, isn't it?
It cures some stuff. It can cure some
okay.
stuff.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, it can cure most stuff because of the 9th level spell, but
yeah.
or
I
8th
just,
level.
yeah, oh man, and I did want to, until that fight was just going way, sort of way differently than I expected. But I did want to see, whether I would call to my patron during it or before it. But we'll leave that for another time.
What did Vraco took from this guy? What was it? What did he take?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's got to be like daughter or something like that. He's got to have killed a family member.
Well, if Vraco's like a holy knight, he might have served the dude before he was a vampire.
No, because also probably has been there for. Well, no, because they lived in this other realm. So.
Oh, I reckon Vraco. They usually send Vraco to deal with this sort of problem, hence the undead. So I reckon he killed the person who turned Oreo.
Fucking Oreo.
Oh man, yeah, that was. I have to say that was also possibly our first like chase sequence sort of thing where it wasn't initially on just out and out combat. There was sort of a skill check.
I really
sort
wish
of
I
thing
had
going on.
some grid paper so I could have drawn out where everybody was because I
Yeah.
couldn't. I know it's theatre of the mind, but my mind was going. I have no idea what it is or what's going on.
That's why I was having to ask so many questions, and I felt really bad for Matt because I was like, I'm really sorry that I know you've just said this, but I was just reading what grapple was and how to get out and what can I do and will Thunderwave work and.
It looks like you're breaking
I thought that's what you were doing.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, that's
No,
it.
Yeah,
wrong
I've
way,
did that before.
Yeah.
So you got all them vampire health
it's-
points up here, and then this was just me. This was just me doing the distances. So door down here, ship up here, and literally just scribbling everything out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm also sorry that I
that
couldn't use Holy Weapon as much, but I just needed to get out.
I was the reason why I cast it wasn't really for the damage.
It was the light.
It was both. It wasn't really the light. It was the secondary ability that I can do with it, which is on my turn as a bonus action, I can make it explode, and it deals 4d8 radiant damage, and then they need to do every creature within 30 feet that I choose has to do a Constitution saving throw, and if they fail, they're blinded.
Oh wow. Wow, that would have been good.
That also would have been the end of the
Warhammer spell.
Is that the end of the Warhammer?
It doesn't explode the weapon.
Well, if you cause it to explode.
It's just the light. It's just the light that explodes.
Yeah, no, it's the light.
So-
It's the burst
Although
of
if it
light.
was, I do have 10 very normal scimitars in the bag of holding that we can just bring that out, shine it, blow it up. They're the actual holy hand grenade.
So, yeah.
Does
Start
radiant
throwing
damage
scimitars.
affect vampires as if it's sunlight then?
That is something
no,
we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
I honestly was
Or does
like...
it at least stop them healing? Does it stop them healing at least? Is there
They
a
have,
type of damage that stops them
they have
regenerating?
disadvantages and stuff, I think, from it. I can't remember what it is.
So on their regeneration, they regain a certain number of points at the beginning of their turn if they have at least one hit point and aren't in sunlight or running water. This is outside of the game, so don't take this into the game next time you see one. However, if they take radiant damage, it's a bit like the troll taking fire damage. If the troll took fire damage, it couldn't regenerate. If a vampire takes radiant damage, it can't regenerate.
Yeah.
Running water's an odd one. If it's not just holy water, just water in general.
That goes back to early.
Yeah, but again,
vampire
it's
lore.
back cleansing and just the cleansing water
Right.
generally, not anything else.
Why
Has to
didn't
be
you try and
running
summon
water. It's like if
Dawnbringer?
you read books like Sabriel, Lyriel, the Abhorsen trilogy,
Yeah.
which is all about necromancers and controlling the dead. The dead can't cross running water. And they're amazing books if you've not read them. Such an awesome trilogy.
Absolutely love them.
Five
Absolutely
of
love
them now,
them.
I think. But
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
haven't read it
wow.
in such a long time, properly. Other than character sheets and D&D books.
I was thinking though that are we gonna find like 13 bats suddenly land on the ship?
When you said there was on the turret, I thought, fucking hell, Strahd can fly. That's what I'm basing vampires in D&D on. And I was like, if these fuckers fly now, I'm going to be livid. Right, but Dawnbringer would have been very useful.
Yeah.
But if she's going to come in your hour of need, even though Tibial's fucked off from Iron Kit, if that wasn't an hour of need, what was going to be the hour of need when Dawnbringer actually rocks up?
Yeah, but I also think that I have to ask.
Definitely choose
That's good,
Maris.
If
Is the light from Dawnbringer sunlight as well, or?
it's a
Just
normal
sunlight.
sunlight.
it's considered sunlight, yeah, I think.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And it deals radiant
Hindsight's
damage.
a wonderful thing.
And you can do lesser restoration. And there are a couple of other things that I can't remember what it is.
And not to mention whatever new stuff it has after Tibial's finished with it. So I'm assuming Matt's been tinkering with it.
If the fight had gone down in that room, there would have been a call to Timael. But
Do like a cool solar flare move or something.
and also, I don't know how Matt would do this, but I am currently full up on attunement, and Dawnbringer was an attunement item. So I know that regardless I'd have to drop one, but I don't know whether I'd only get the full capabilities after a short rest. At which point it tends to happen before the. Yeah, or swap out. But again, I don't know. DM's choice. So,
Are you only attuned to the Warhammer so you can do the come back to my hand thing?
no, because I also get the warning. It is the Warhammer of warning. So.
Oh, you're attuned to it for that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Can't be
I
surprised.
can actually with any item, as long as I sit and attune to it, I have to sit with it for an hour. I don't have to physically. It's not actually the attunement of it, like the three slots. But I have the weapon bond, so that's the better wording. It's the you perform the ritual, and then you can have it come back. So
What would you give up then? Would you give up the Warhammer attunement or the Blink Axe attunement for Dawnbringer?
The Warhammers, it does require attunement, so
yeah.
I didn't think the Warhammer did, but
I mean, I'll
It's tough. It was honestly tough call. I was
shotgun hand axe. I'll call dibs on that.
Imagine what Bothric could do with that hammer.
No, because all I would do is throw it to run away quicker and then shoot him.
I actually was thinking that maybe it would be that I would give away the Warhammer to Bothrid, probably.
Bothrid's got all your toys at the minute. He's got
all the
fucking
toys.
double-bladed quarterstaff.
He's got the gauntlet.
Actually, Kieran,
Belt of
you
Dwarven
could
Kind.
you could
Yeah,
hold
he might
a
be running out of-
Warhammer,
I
You could, but you probably don't have enough space attunement-wise.
Actually,
don't.
what I thought you were going to do when you cast Holy Weapon, you went, it's on your back, right? I thought you were just going to take it off and...
That's honestly what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
He was just going to go for mine.
no, I don't think I've got martial weapons.
Have you not?
I think I've got simple weapons. I don't think so. I think that's a thing for.
Is it Warhammer a martial weapon?
but you're already
Martial. You're a fighter.
You're a
You've got
fighter now,
martial.
so you'd have it.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a fighter. I forgot about that.
You would be able to use it.
True.
So,
Nice.
True.
It is a very tough call. The blink hand axe is quite useful, but I think that I don't actually give it enough justice. Really, it does get me into fights quickly. I realise, but I kind of feel like I don't know, something like a great axe or something along with Dawnbringer. It would be Dawnbringer and a great axe would do quite. Then you've got just painful damage normally, and also a very damaging weapon in the right moments.
But what helps you, the fact that it's a magical weapon, a great axe wouldn't be, would it? So those creatures.
I could have a +1 great axe if I could find one.
I suppose, yeah.
Except bear in mind a great axe is two-handed, so you won't be able to have Dawnbringer in one and a great axe in the other.
Oh no! Sorry, it would be. Sorry, I mean, I would swap out. It would be choice per fight, and also I would have to make sure I would have to decide not to have my shield out as well if I had the great axe. But again, it's starting to get a few more. Like, I haven't got hit as many times as I kind of thought, and especially is the fact that I was also thinking I'd bring the great axe out only when I'm a hybrid form. Then I am sort of proper werebear, right, with it, and therefore, yeah, just give it a go. To be honest,
I tell you what, Buffer didn't use either, because not the session we just had, but the session last week, Bothrid's Staff of Four Seasons went autumnal, didn't it? It went browny red rather than snowy white. What powers has that got?
He made the decision to put it away and use his rage. Trusted in the rage. Which, to be honest, did him a lot of good tonight. He did a lot of fucking damage.
Yeah, he did a lot of good.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was soaking up stuff.
Yeah. This was what I bloody well forgot to do, and it's my own fault. I forgot about the initiative order, and I should have done on my turn Ring of Ice. Right, you'd gone up the rope. Bothrid was sitting next to me. Ring of Ice, and we would have got away scot-free. And I fucking didn't do it, and I fucking forgot. I was like, it's fine, we can both go up the rope now. And then they grappled him. I'm like, oh, bloody hell. So
you'll remember for next time.
I will remember for next time.
Indeed.
That would have been perfect moment, because I'm like, well, I can't do it on the ship. The ship would collapse. So I'm literally not going to use it on the ship. I can't. I should have just burnt it. I should have just gone, fuck it, I'll use it. But I didn't, because I was like, oh, great.
I face that. Go on, you finish.
I was just going to say, I was like, oh, great, I can get up. And then, obviously, I couldn't, because I didn't realise that the ropes were 100 feet long. But
it's making me realise when we face that many enemies, other than these fireball necklaces, which is going to run out very soon, I've got no area of effect stuff, and I've got one con save, a couple of dex saves, all the rest are wisdom saves, and I'm like, we come up to a lot of creatures with high wisdom, and they always think that's going to be hard, but I can't change the spells.
So a lot of the creatures you face today do not have necessarily high wisdom. I just rolled like a fucking boss tonight.
They were rolling pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah, because
you rolled I think you rolled 2 nat 20s as well today.
Yeah.
I have rolled 2 nat 20s. Yeah. You've denied them both as well.
He's not sore about that.
So it's not my job.
You can tell he's not sore at all. Oh, wow.
Because Wiz 14 is not that high, is it? Whereas yours are like 17, aren't they, for your spells? Correct.
Yeah. But then, that was another thing. I was thinking of like, I've got I think it was when I felt that, well, we were pushing it with the Oreo dude, and I was like, I was thinking of the Miser's Ruin that I have, just to put my wisdom up 1, because that would like damage and DC and everything will go up, so that would have helped. But at the same time, I was like, I don't want to get in a fight with 13 vampires, please.
No. I honestly thought, like, at the beginning, the people who we faced at the beginning, just the ghoul and the dude controlling the ghouls, I thought they were the people guarding Vraco. So if my suggestion would have worked, I was just going to get him to obviously let us, and by association all the ghouls and ghasts would have just let us go past, and I was like, just let us go get out Dragonborn and leave, and that was going to be the action. But then that wouldn't have worked anyway, even if he'd have failed wisdom save because he was not even a pawn. He just happened to be there at the same time as vampires.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, it was the fact that this is completely out of the blue. Not out of the blue. Like it was like not what I was expecting. To have like a court of vampires just chilling here.
Yeah.
But then when you said
Also,
it, I was like, oh yeah, but it does make sense though. It does make sense.
Oh yeah. Immediately it was like, oh yeah, you know.
I honestly thought the coolest thing we were going to talk about on this episode was when Kirik did the where's the invisible guy and hit him with the spirit weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, that was some Sixth Sense shit.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty
Kirik's had
cool.
some fucking moments tonight.
Yeah.
Right, I thought that's going to be the coolest thing we talk about, and that literally pales in comparison to what happened for the next 2 hours.
Ridiculous.
That was also the thing. I think we were all like, okay, it's getting to like, because obviously we can see the timing on the stream. It was like, it's getting to 3 hours, so this is probably like the encounter where we're going to be like, yeah, this is what it's like setting up next.
Yeah.
And then Ander comes up with, I'll just give myself. Obviously, Kirik was like, no, not gonna happen. and Kirik just did the thing of like, we're just gonna do a thing and then we'll deal with it later, which I'm sure will never come to bite us in the ass at any point. The fact that we keep doing this.
What would have happened if I'd have made a better roll when I tried to kick him out by saying it was my house?
You will never know.
Thanks.
Parallel universe.
I know it's called Malt, Magic and More, but I'm not going to give away all my secrets.
It says so in the title sequence. It says secrets in the title sequence. You need to give away at least one an episode.
Some secrets. I gave away what the name of the beast was that you fought. The Necrophage Ghast.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Which again is out of that Creature Codex book.
Nice.
Which is fucking insane. Some of the monsters in there are incredible.
No, it was. I still actually enjoyed that fight, especially from a strategic point of view. And I do actually love the fact that it's like, right, I have a full plan. There's 3 guys in front of me. This is brilliant. This is wonderful. Okay, one of them's down. Fuck it. Now 2 of them are down. Now, oh, fuck's sake. Right, I'll turn left. Right, there we go. Just constantly just changing. And I do love it. I think that was brilliant.
You can see it, though.
Time trying to work out
okay,
the
I'm going to take all of these out. The radius of the fireball.
Yeah, I spent so many times going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, trying to work out the circle of it. And then Matt's like,
I took some notes, Danny.
What's happened?
I took some notes on your fireballs. The first one did 69 damage. Nice. And the second one did 122 from what I gathered. Because that was the one that caught like 5 people on it. Just insane, and just obliterated the Hellhounds. Wow, that was a lot of damage there.
Taking down the Hellhounds was actually, that could have been them clapping at your heels when you're trying to climb the rope.
That would have been quite difficult. Yeah. Again, what I was thinking of was actually trying to figure out whether I could use Wall of Ice in the road, in the sort of the way we're running down, and I was like, but I can't get out because I don't have levitate anymore. And I was literally going to go, I'll do Wall of Ice, and then I'll just levitate up and go, come get me, you know.
We just passed by. Yeah. Oh, man.
It's just, it's mental.
A bit like the floating minions, wasn't it?
Yeah. So,
doggone floating.
Oh boy.
And again, I then went, oh no, okay, fine. What we'll do is I'll get Vraco and I'll levitate him up to the ship. No, I don't have levitate.
That's what I thought we were going to do.
Yeah. Again, I just keep using my 2nd level spells and I should leave him. I'm
assuming they just drank off.
That was the other thing. I was constantly looking like, have I suddenly got something that flies?
Vraco, you are very much going to have to find out.
Because he has to feed off them to turn, doesn't he? If vampire lore translates correctly into D&D.
Based on what they were telling you?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, I might even give blood. So,
yeah.
And he was saying that to you, Ander. So.
Sounds very kinky.
gonna come back to the Malt Masters, and they're gonna
I
be
mean-
like, "Oh, great, you got Vraco," and we're gonna be like,
Well.
"Yeah, about that island."
Yeah. It'd be like, you did what?
We succeeded.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the
but
condescending tone of the Stillman.
the Stillman, fucking Ethereal,
I
is gonna
love
be
how
like, "Oh, they're
invested
just."
you are in these NPCs though, and how much they piss you off. Like some of them
Yeah,
deliberately are aimed to piss you off, and they are doing their job.
Ethereal's gonna be the worst. Ethereal's gonna be like, "Vampires, why didn't you just deal with them?" It's like, fuck you.
Yeah. I really want Kirik to do that. Like, fuck you. You know?
I'm gonna. I'll just chuck a ball of yarn at him because he is a cat.
Right, again, just that's why you're neutral. Why is it chaotic neutral? That's not chaotic good, you know.
To be fair though, if those vampires weren't vampires, that'd be my kind of orgy party. I'd be Anders kind of people. That.
College of
Entertainment level.
eloquence, you know. At least they were talking about manners and stuff. So
Well, yeah.
yeah.
And I threw
See,
one
I've
out the
taken my
window.
inspiration for the vampires from another book, or another series of books, which do just turn lewd after about the third in the series, but it's the Anita Blake novels by Laurel K. Hamilton, if you've ever read them. It is just pure porn after a point. But they're worth a read. There's some really interesting... Again, I seem to read all the book about necromancy, or necromancers, so Anita Blake is a necromancer.
Yeah.
Good. Set in the modern day, St. Louis even.
Nice. I'll
As
tell you
long as you're
what.
not that into dead people.
I didn't.
No, it's just I like the lore around necromancy. It's quite an interesting magical topic.
Well, I have to say, I don't think any of us expected it to go that way.
No.
I didn't
thought
expect
we
it to
were
go
gonna-
this late either. Fuck
No,
me.
I thought we were going to be on that island for another couple of episodes. God knows what's going to happen on the way back. Then what's going to happen after that? Because suddenly I'm like,
you know what-
I thought we were on this side trip for a while, and now we're probably going to go back, and it's either going to be, you know, hide, or it's going to be shit. Oh, we better get back to what we were doing before.
I need a fucking pay rise, so I need to go to Mephisto's and stock up.
Oh man, yeah, we
Also-
have not looted in a while.
The irony of you
Yeah,
going,
true.
Dave, you're like, should we just do a smash and grab? Should we just drop it, get Vraco and leave? And that's
Yeah.
exactly what we did.
It's exactly what we did, and I did
Yeah,
not expect
it
us to
is.
do it at all. Did not
I
expect
think
us
It
to.
was like it
Yeah,
was
I
like,
think
a,
we
it
ended
was
up
like the
all being.
Expendables film.
Yeah, we ended up all being like, no, this is not going to be a smash and grab. It's never going to happen.
no,
Like,
it's
we're going
not
to
gonna
stay
work, not gonna
here.
work. Yeah.
We're going to explore this place. We're going to like maybe have a couple of rests here. No,
No.
everything
I-
changed when we saw vampires.
I honestly did
In
think, you know,
hours.
after that ghoul fight, I thought, you know, or during it, I thought after the fight, we'll probably find a house, hide in it for a bit, our rest. That's why I used my axe and surge. That's why I used a couple of other things. I was like, yeah, because we're going to be here a while, and then holy crap, that all changed. So, I also wondered
action-
whether you.
yeah.
I also wondered
The
whether you
action
were
surge
going
would have
to.
been
can't have it
really
getting
useful
complacent.
during that.
Yeah.
Yeah, action surge would have been really useful during that exit.
It would have been really useful, yeah. But again, it
I
would
kept
have been
thinking,
useful in
I
like
kept
four
thinking, why
different
is it
locations.
not action surge?
Yeah, they already have.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was it was you also kneeling down and praying. I thought I'd like stand in front of you just because I thought you might be like doing some sort of. No, I know you can't do divine intervention, but I just was like, I wonder if you're doing something where you're going to hide it like it's a prayer.
I was
No,
expecting a punch to the nuts.
No,
I was literally expecting
The,
some sort of cheap shot.
no. The plan originally was that when Ander, because I said that before Ander like revealed himself,
Oh yeah,
and I wanted to communicate with him whilst he was still invisible, but
yeah, that's good.
whatevs.
Also, did you guys? Did it go through your head of? Shall we just try and kill him?
What the
Dude.
Yeah.
the dude that came out? Yeah.
I was milliseconds away of just, you know, landing a hit.
During that whole court scene, I was like, what happens if I just cast like a 4th level Spirit Guardians in here? Sure.
I was similar when I walked up to Vraco and thought that everyone was behind me, and again I just turned around, just like sod it, you know.
Like I was really tempted to you know, when you just want to retaliate when that dude had his knife up against my throat. I just really want to cast Reduce on him. I
literally thought you were going to do something like that. Of like, he goes for your neck and you're like, just stab him or something. Literally thought that was going to happen.
Oh my god! Right, well, guys, it is 1:30 in the morning. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's probably time for us to go to bed. That was absolutely amazing.
That was great.
Yeah, this is what makes us always want to get round to Monday nights. So I suppose.
And Tuesday mornings.
Oh yeah, no, Tuesday mornings not so much.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Guys, thank you ever so much for tuning in and joining us for Malt Magic and more. I hope that you've also managed to watch our episode. If you haven't, please find it on Twitch and YouTube. We also have it as a podcast. Follow us on our socials. We hope you've had a good night, and we are having a great time. We hope you are too. Good night.